And howdy, folks. Today is June 25th. I think it's June 25th. Yeah, is it 26th? No, June 26th. It's a Thursday. I keep forgetting. I've been fairly busy the last couple of days. I have church duties and I got to go run around. And prepping with Sarge been asking me to respond to his 5 items, non-firearm items for self-defense and stuff in case of a terrorist attack and blah, blah, blah. I've been busy, okay? A lot easy weapons is a lot of old people. You have this. We have a cane. Now, if you have martial arts and cane fighting, this hurts like hell if shoved up from the behind in the groin. Okay? A lot of people tend to swing the cane. No, you poke and thrust. And you use the hook to catch arms, legs, testicles, the butthole. It hurts really bad when I hook this in their mouth and break your neck. I could do it. I'm one of the 5 people in this area could do that. It's a form of martial arts. So learn cane fighting. That's number 1. You could also use a spear or a broomstick. I showed my class, you never throw a spear. Okay? Roman legionaries had 2 kinds of spear-type weapons. They have a javelin, which is called the plume, and the auxiliaries had 2 types of spears. The non-throwing kinds. Okay? I keep telling people Hollywood and bad TV movies are to blame. And a lot of YouTube channels. Because I showed a person, once they threw their spear, I picked it up and beat the living hell out of them at the dojo. We're at the class level where the floors are concrete, it's outside, and this old man using a walker is beating the living hell out of you with a training spear. Okay? A short spear is about 26 inches. Now, some South African tribes call it a zai, which is a thrusting spear, very short. It's half that length. And you don't throw it. You stab with it or slice it. Okay? You better know the martial arts of these weapons. Yeah. Now I tell Sarge, Peppermint Sarge, simplest one you can get, you get a hardware store. It's a mallet, plastic mallet. If police stop you, say, oh, I use it for my back, my legs, my arms. Sometimes other people's heads, you know, if I crack you over the head with this, you're going to feel it. Or I'm gardening or I'm pounding garden stakes. Okay, once it's bloody, you can wash it off. See, no blood. Where's my old one? That's what you get when you keep stuff all over the place. Hatchets, tomahawks. It stains a little bit, but you could tell I used it pretty well. Okay, and the blood does wash off. Now, a lot of Chinese hoods and a lot of Native Americans prefer using axes and tomahawks. Tomahawk, only difference between a tomahawk and a regular hatchet is the nationality who use it. If it was Native Americans, they go maybe pay for this. Crackles Custard's head opener. If you're into Chinese tongs, we prefer something concealable. The hatchetman will carry it right here in a shoulder holster, pull it out, whack you over the head, put it back in, and you walk your way. And it hurts like hell. Another favorite from World War I and World War II is the trench spade. Now, this is a Soviet model. I do have a German model, but it's in my collection, tucked away. It's really expensive, but you can see the blood stains and where somebody whacked him in the head. All right? A lot of people don't understand. Hand-to-hand combat is bloody. It is not like what you see in the movie. It's face-to-face, up close, and I'm trying to kill you with everything I got. Now, everybody's seen that scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark where the guy waving the sword? Well, that's bullshit. That's Hollywood. Okay? Indiana knows this guy has no skill, but he's waving the sword. No, if you're a real expert at it, Indy would be like, oh, let's see, about this much with the sword in him. Because Indiana Jones, if you read the byline, he was in the early part of the Mexican Revolution, all right, as a young man, Adventures of Indiana Jones. But a lot of people don't understand that. But he's seen real life Mexican machete fighting, okay? That you don't wave it around. You kill the person with a machete, all right? If the guy has a knife, all right, I'm using this. You chop off his hand. I have this bush knife. Well, I have your knife and your hand sliced off. Next time, flip the blade around and chop him in the neck. All right? 2 strokes. If you're good like Uncle Al, 1 stroke. Take off the hand, take off his head. This is why I get so angry when I see people doing stupid things on YouTube. See how razor sharp this is? And I'm looking at them. See how close Uncle Alan is with this? Oh. Then they realize they better shut the hell up. Okay? You have to take a martial art. You have to understand this. I tell a lot of people, but I take MMA ground fighting. I have 24 inches of sharpened steel. Okay? Krav Maga does not work against weapons. Firearms, yes, because you're using the ground to defend yourself. If I'm that close, I'm probably killed you. All right? A lot of people get this misconception, but I know all this martial arts stuff. Well, fine. I got a 12-gauge shotgun. I got a Roadmaster. It's made from a Browning Auto 5. It's street legal, but if I shoot you in the nuts with triple-odd buck or double-odd buck, it's going to hurt. They don't make bulletproof armor for the pants. Okay. I tell a lot of people, first thing you want to do is read this. Okay? This is the primary textbook of all primitive weapons, including crossbows. What you see in the movies is not real accurate. Okay? Present-day use of crossbows is either lying prone or kneeling. You have to be stupid as hell standing up. You're shooting an arrow at a guy with a submachine gun. Or you're shooting an arrow with a guy with a baseball bat. I'll be prone shooting you. Okay? Now, they have all sorts of methods in combat. And I tell a lot of people, when we get into spears, I have to explain this. It's either a short weapon or a long weapon. This is over 7 feet long. This is a lance. You harpoon the person from a horse. Okay? A lot of people don't understand that. And I have to explain it over and over again. I like Chinese because they had over 1,000 years of using every kind of martial arts. Okay? These are not for throwing. This is hand-to-hand combat. Okay? A lot of people, they get set rigid in one type or form of martial arts, and they don't understand it. Then they die when they meet somebody who understands the weapon. Let's see, I've got to find a good example. I like this book because I can't, my Chinese is bad, so is my English. Let's see, Dragon Claw, drums, Short weapons, long weapons, medium, javelins, bowling balls. Let's see. Okay. Halberds. Okay? These will not be thrown. These are used as a broadhead sword. Okay. These are javelins right here. This is the one right here that you throw. Yeah, let's see. Okay. These are parry and thrust. All right? I did put out on my, whatchamacallit, on the post a British bayonet drill. Now, a lot of people don't understand. Long thrust, short thrust, lift, you stick the 17-inch blade from your rifle. You don't throw the rifle like a spear. I keep telling people that, but nobody ever listens. And you lift them up. The weight of the person going through 17 inches of the steel, you put a foot against the chest, pull it out, and go to the next guy. All right? Then you can butt stroke them. Butt stroke them in the nuts. Butt stroke them in the cheek. Jab, jab, butt, parry, stab. Okay? Fairly easy. Not rocket science. I keep telling this to people. You have to understand when you're using primitive weapons. You have only one chance. You better be damn close, and you better be damn good. Okay? The American Army, during the Filipino Rebellion and Crisis and Wars, learned the hard way. That's why we have the 45 automatic. All right, folks. I'll catch you later. Check out Prepping with Sarge, who asked this about 2 weeks ago. I've been busy with church. All right? It's reality check time. Go look at New York. If you're Jewish, I'll be running away. Anyway, God bless, good luck, and you have a nice summer. Bye now.